Green had controlled the race from the start and looked to have the win sewn up despite a late safety car brought out by Lucas Auer. But his car slowed dramatically in the dying minutes of the race and dropped out of contention with smoke billowing out of his car, handing Rast the win. Before Green's lecherous heartbreak, most of the action in the race concerned the fight for the final podium spot as BMW's Marco Wittmann faced off against points leader Matthias Ekstrom and his Audi teammates. Ekstrom had started the race from 8th and dropped a place to BMW's Tom Blomqvist heading out of the first corner. He then took his mandatory stop immediately on the first lap, and while Blomqvist tried to cover him off, pitting 2 laps later, Ekstrom edged past the Anglo-Swede on the run down to turn 4. Having been overtaken by Rickenfeller for third, both of them already well behind Green, and Rast Wittmann came in on lap 9, rejoining ahead of Ekstrom and keeping the spot despite them running side by side for several successive corners. His tires now up to temperature, Wittmann picked off a later stopping Nico Muller with a crossover move at turn 4, and then went outside Rickenfeller for net third at the very same corner. But as Rickenfeller slowed and allowed both Muller and Ekstrom by, the Swiss driver began to rapidly reel in Wittmann, eventually slipstreaming past the reigning champion and appearing to slow the pace right after, backing off Wittmann towards his fellow Audi drivers. The group dropped more than 10 seconds off the leaders as a result, but that deficit was negated when Auer was tapped into a spin by Bruno Spengler, touching the barriers and bringing out the safety car. On the restart, Green held off Rast, while Rickenfeller passed Wittmann, slotting him behind Muller and making it an Audi 1234. This became an Audi 123 when Green slowed, allowing Rast to win and Rickenfeller to take second after being waved past by Muller on the final lap. Mercedes driver Gary Paffett and Ekstrom had also dispatched Wittmann on the restart, Paffett then picking off the Swede to finish 4th. Wittmann briefly retook the spot from Ekstrom, but was consigned to 6th with a late move at turn 3. BMW's Timo Glock, Otis Loic Duval and Mercedes duo Paul Di Resta and Robert Wickens completed the top 10. The outcome of the race leaves Ekstrom on 172 points to Rast's 151 heading into the Hockenheim decider. For other drivers, Green on 137, Rickenfeller and Wittmann on 134 and Auer on 131, also retain a mathematical shot at the title.